Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. Jabber Game & Jaws here, coming to you with a pickups video. It's been a little while since I've done one of those. It's been months that I've been collecting, various things here and there. So I'm pulling it all together and figured I might as well just show it to you guys. So without further ado, I'm going to try to move decently quick. We'll get started here. I have one single solitary Sega Genesis game, and that was Sonic Spinball. This does not have the manual, unfortunately, but it was only $5, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And that's one that I don't have, so kind of weird till now. PS4 games, I got 3 new PS4 games. Code Vein, I am kind of excited about this one. It's a Souls clone, anime style, and it looks pretty good. I guess we'll have to see. Okay, so Dot Hack, I've never played the Dot Hack series, but this I didn't even know existed until I was just at my local game store and saw it on the shelf, and I was like, man, that's pretty awesome. And I know that some of these games are kind of expensive on the PS2, their original version, so I thought getting the ensemble is kind of a good idea. If anybody knows more about that series, please let me know, because I don't think this is all of the games. I think there are some that weren't included in this, but I think there's maybe like multiple series. So next one that I picked up was Shadow of the Colossus. I was excited to pick this up because this is one of those games that I've just never played, and for so many people it has affected them so deeply and they've loved it so much. And like I was hearing a lot of people just talk about how it's like their favorite game of all time. And then I heard that it was only like $7, and then I also heard that if you have the physical version, it actually plays at 60 frames per second on the PS5 now. So all that to say, I was just like, you know what, screw it, I need to just get that game and actually play it and see what all the fuss is about. So I am really excited to actually play that game. All right. I actually found a few Dreamcast games recently, which was kind of nice. I got Ready to Rumble Boxing 2. That was one I didn't have. NFL Blitz 2000. And if you could see under the sticker a little bit, I need to go through and take all these stickers off, but this is the hot new version. And there were quite a few midway titles on the Dreamcast that came out and had bugs, and then they corrected the bugs with the hot new versions, and that's what you want. And I was very happy to see that. Let's see, another common Dreamcast game that I found, Extreme Sports. Don't know anything about that, but I needed it for the collection, so pretty happy to have grabbed that. I mentioned in my recent video where I was talking about game prices that I picked up Power Stone 2. I'm so happy to have this game back in my collection. This is one that I had owned as a kid, and we just had so much fun playing it. And it was one of those games that I just couldn't not own, and it's been too long that I haven't. So very thankful to have that. I've been playing the crap out of that game, and the first one as well. I've come to decide, I think I like Power Stone 2 better for multiplayer, and I like the first Power Stone better for single player. That's my consensus on that. I picked this game up for the PS1. I actually had never heard of it. Kenzie Sacred Fist. It's a Konami fighting game, and it just looked interesting to me, and I just thought, what the heck, I've never heard of it. Let's take a chance. Another PS1 game that just looked cool and was pretty cheap and in like excellent condition, Gunship. And with how cheap it was, and it just looks like it could be fun, and if it's not, no big deal because it wasn't that expensive. Plus I like games that are in like minty condition, and that was very, very minty. Another game I picked up, Oddworld on the PS1. I normally don't pick up greatest hits games, but with the way that the PlayStation 1 prices have been going, I thought better to get it now and have a greatest hits version, and then, if I see a black label down the road that's a decent price, then I'll grab that. I'm kind of at this point where I'm trying to get the things that I feel like I'm going to want to play, because I don't know how prices are going to go. It seems like some things are starting to come back down. Who knows? Everything has been absolutely insane, so for PS1 games, I'm not taking any chances if I can help it, if I can find them. Speaking of the PS1, I actually picked up a few long box games, which is pretty cool. This one is called Total Eclipse. I don't know anything about it, but I do like PlayStation 1 long box games. Here's another one, Shell Shock. Again, I know nothing about this either. I don't even have a PlayStation here currently. That's all back in storage. But when I do, eventually I'll be able to give these games a try. Another long box, bottom of the ninth, Konami. I just like long box games, and those were really inexpensive for long box games. Those can kind of be pricey. All right, another oddball. I found a Gears of War, I think it's Gears of War 3 collector's edition, and this thing is very, very nice. It's like super cool. This metal piece in here is like really heavy. It comes with like a flag. The feel of the outside of this is awesome, and this was like 10 bucks. So I was like, I don't know, that just seems like a good thing to grab. That's very, very nice. I'm also grabbing some things, honestly, with the idea of, even if it's not something I want, if I think it's something that will be valuable or whatever, with the way that prices have been going, the only way I'm going to be able to continue to collect is going to be flipping stuff or having trade bait. I would prefer it to be just trade bait. That would be great. You know, if I have things that other people want, then that's pretty cool. I'm not a big horror fan, but if I find horror games that I think will go up in the future, or if I'm finding them for less than what they're valued at, I would love to get those and then just have them as trade bait so I can get, you know, some RPGs down the road that I want that I've missed out on. So it's just sad. It's just becoming that way, you know. You just kind of have to roll with it. All right, let's see here. We got some PlayStation 2 stuff. I got Star Ocean Till the End of Time, Square Enix RPG. I have heard that this is not the best, but it is an RPG and it's on the PS2 and it wasn't expensive, so I grabbed it. This next game, I actually grabbed Jet Set Radio Future and Sega GT for the OG Xbox. I wasn't sure. I thought I might actually have this back home in Pennsylvania, but I couldn't remember. And recently I played through Jet Grind Radio on the Dreamcast, and it was so much fun. I played it from front to back all the way through, and it was awesome. And I was just like, man, just in case I don't have this game, I want to make sure that I get it before Xbox collecting becomes a big thing, and the price could potentially go up. So I did grab that. I also grabbed Soul Calibur 2 on the Xbox. I love Soul Calibur. I'm not a huge fighting game person, but like Soul Calibur I really do like. Another game that I knew nothing about, but it's Midway, and it was $5 and it looks cool. Defender on PlayStation 2. Grab that. Rayman Arena. I've never heard of this game. It kind of sounds like a Mario Party knockoff type of game, but I'm not sure. It was in great condition and only $5. Red Faction 2, I was actually watching a Gaming Off the Grid video the other day, and he was talking about how this is one of his most favorite multiplayer games, 4-player on the PS2, so I thought, okay, for the price and the fact that I can find a copy of it, I should probably grab that. No manual, sadly, but this was from Blockbuster. Really happy to have found this game, Maximo. This is complete on the PS2. This is Ghosts to Glory. I know there's another Maximo game that I don't have, but I'd like to find that. Another game, I actually didn't even know this existed, Legacy of Kain Defiance. So I love the Legacy of Kain games. I have the first one on PS1. I haven't played that yet. I played Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver on the Dreamcast. Love that one. I own Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver 2 for PS2, and I think it's called Blood Omen 2. So this game was totally out of nowhere for me. I did not know that this existed. Very happy to have stumbled on that one. And that is also complete. Super awesome pickup in my mind. Another game that I've always wanted to try, even back in the day when I first bought my PS2, I wanted to try Time Splitters. And I was happy to find a complete copy of this. Decided to pick it up. Resident Evil 0, Player's Choice on GameCube. This is the only GameCube game that I picked up during this batch, but I was like, man, for $10, I feel like that's just a good thing to grab up. Grimoire. So I was actually watching a Games of War video the other day. His channel is awesome, but he was talking about RPGs on the PS2, and this is one that he recommended, and it's kind of like under the radar a little bit. So I did see this. Sadly, it doesn't have the manual, but just so I can know that I'll be able to play the game, and it was cheap, so I grabbed it. Dragon Quest VIII, can't go wrong there. Super happy to have that game in the collection. Jurassic Park Operation Genesis. Now, this game was really uncommon and really expensive, and when I saw the price had come down quite a bit, I was like, huh, that's shocking to me. So, you know, it's still like 30 some bucks, but not nearly what it was before. I'm not sure if maybe there was like a reprint or something, but I thought, heck, it's a good time to grab that game when it's not super expensive like it has been in the past. Armored Core 2. So I actually owned this game back in the day with my PS2. I think this was the second PS2 game I ever bought. I remember buying it for 50 bucks, played it, did enjoy it, but I think it was a little beyond me at the time. Since then, I've come to see that this is actually a From Software game, and I believe, if I'm remembering this right, Hidetaka Miyazaki, the guy, the mastermind behind the Dark Souls series, actually did some work on this game. So I was really happy to get this back into my collection. That was one that I just didn't want to miss, and I'd like to try it again and see what it's like. I picked up Jak 2. I've never played any of the Jak and Daxter games, but in watching a bunch of videos lately about PS2 games and what you should be playing, this series is just heralded as really awesome, so I was like, screw it. I better get it now rather than later. Crazy game that I found, Leisure Suit Larry. I had heard of this game. This is not the first one in the series. Apparently there's some older ones, but this just looks like absolutely stupid. But you know, it's just kind of one of those oddballs, and I was like, screw it. I'm gonna make sure that I have that in my collection, since I did just run upon it in the wild. Okay, this game it stood out to me because it was a Blockbuster exclusive on the OG Xbox. Street Freestyle, it's called. Freestyle Street Soccer. I don't know what to expect with this. It looks really interesting. It did have the manual, and for $5 to get like a Blockbuster exclusive game, I just thought that was really cool. So that's going in the collection. All right. So I picked up some 3DS Pokemon games. The way the Pokemon has gone lately with collecting, I was like, this is ridiculous, and I'm not ever going to miss out on Pokemon games again. So I've actually gotten all of the Pokemon games for the 3DS except for Pokemon X. I'm still missing that one. So Pokemon Y, we got Pokemon Omega Ruby, Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, those are still sealed actually right now, Regular Moon, Regular Sun. It was just nice to be able to go out, pay a normal price for those, and just have them in my collection. They're not going anywhere. Alright, the last things that I have here are some PS3 games. A lot of these games, PS3 is kind of something that I'm hitting hard lately because it's still kind of inexpensive. Although the prices have been going up on quite a few things, you can really find some good deals still. Whatever I find that I end up not wanting for myself, I will probably just be trading, using as trade bait to get other things that I want more. But I mean, a lot of these games are 99 cents to $1.99 to $3.99, so it's kind of like it's the time to collect for PS3. Darksiders 2, Lair. 3D Dot Game Heroes. This game actually went up to $100. Sadly, this does not have the manual, and this case is actually kind of like a fake printed out case. So this is basically a disc-only version, but still for $12, that was pretty good. I really wish that it had the case and manual with it, but whatever. What can you do? So Folklore was one that I saw at the store and was like really interested in. I actually passed on it. It was 16 bucks, and I went back the next day and it was gone, and I was so frustrated. So this is one that I did get on eBay and actually ordered for $30, and I'm really glad that I did, because 2 months later it was over $100. So I got that one by the skin of my teeth, and that's a game I really actually want to play. All right, so found Silent Hill Homecoming for 12 bucks. That was a pretty good deal. It's going for 30 something right now. Found Silent Hill 2 on the OG Xbox. That is complete. Really excited to have that in my collection. I know that this series is just so beloved. So I did pick up the Silent Hill HD collection for the PS3. I know a lot of people don't like the HD collection, and from what I understand, though, the PS3 version is better than the Xbox 360 version because they actually went back and patched this version and made it somewhat better, I guess. So the price still wasn't too bad, and I just thought, that's a thing I would like to have in my collection. I actually found 2 different copies of Silent Hill Downpour. These are both complete and in really good shape, so I'm thinking that I will probably use at least one of these for trade bait at some point down the road. I couldn't pass them up. They were selling them for 15. These are going for 70 on eBay a piece right now, so that was a great thing to grab. All right, Hitman Absolution, Walmart exclusive. That's actually a part of the case. I like picking up stuff that has exclusives like that. That's always kind of the oddball shit that ends up getting expensive down the road, or just hard to find. It's not like the whole focus is just on value, but it's just, man, the value has gotten so stupid lately that it's something that you really have to be mindful of, because if you miss something, you may miss it forever. It's kind of crazy. I thought this was so interesting. So this is the Lego Batman combo pack. It actually came with the Batman movie on Blu-ray. I thought that was super, super unique. Whoops. I've never seen anything like that before. So especially like for a modern game to come out with a movie on Blu-ray that's like 15, 20 years old, something like that. This game I picked up called Wet. I picked this up for $3.99. I just happened to, I thought that it looked cool, so I grabbed it. Happened to look it up on eBay, and I'm seeing that sell for like $35 right now. So really glad I grabbed it now while I was able to get it for cheap. This game looks crazy to me. It's called Naughty Bear. That looks nuts. I don't know. It just looked really cool, so I grabbed it. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I've never really played this series, but I know that everybody seems to love them and goes back to them regularly. So I thought, screw it, I'll grab it. Game of Thrones. Don't know anything about this game, if it's good or not, but it was by Atlas, and I know how much people freaking love the show, so, I thought maybe that would be a good game. Resonance of Fate by Sega. This is an RPG that I actually did own at one point. Started playing it. Felt very overwhelmed, ended up trading it away when I just purged of all my PS3 stuff, something I really regret doing now. That was a few years ago. But I really want to actually learn this game and play through it, because it looks like a really badass and super unique RPG. And at some point I will seriously buckle down and actually play through that game. It looks really, really cool. Alright. We got Midnight Club, Los Angeles. Let's see, what is this? Kane and Lynch 2, Ferrari Challenge, Motorstorm, sorry, Motorstorm. That looks like a lot of fun. This looked like fun from the cover. We got a Red Faction game, Armageddon, Ratchet and Clank. Again, I'm just trying to grab these games whenever I see them. Diablo 3. I've never played a Diablo game. White Knight Chronicles. I was so bummed. They had the... this is the International Edition. They had, I think, the second game also, and I left it there, went back the next day, and it was gone. Too bad. Twisted Metal. Ni no Kuni. Wrath of the White Witch. I think I'll play that at some point. Dragon Age Origins. I've never played these. Heard they're awesome. Dragon Age 2. So cheap also. Can't pass it up. This game looks awesome to me. Alice Madness Returns. This was a pretty good deal, it seemed like. And I just have this feeling that this game may go up in price at some point. Just a hunch. Dante's Inferno Divine Edition. That looks pretty cool. Go to hell. And this game just looked awesome. Brutal Legend. $1.99. How can you pass up something that looks that awesome, Rock and roll metal. Nuts. Just looks nuts. Alright guys, that's my pickups video for June of 2021. Hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this. It's quite a smattering, quite a crazy combination of things. I'm just trying to, find the cheapest and the best things. Oh, I almost forgot one of the best things I got. The Xenogears Official Strategy Guide by Brady Games. 40 bucks. I was really happy to get this. I've owned this before and stupidly, of course, sold it before, so super nice to add that back into my collection. All right, guys, hope you're all doing well. Have a good one. Jebber Gaming Jaws out. Later.